Now, Mahali Mzuri, the world's most luxurious safari camp owned by British billionaire Sir Richard Branson of Virgin Galactic, has spiced up its Valentine's Day offer with an outlandish 4 million 3-day pampered stay at their tented camps in Maasai Mara. The 3 days, 2-night special comprises private air transfers, private game drives in a custom-built vehicle, unlimited access to the exclusive Olare Motorogi Conservancy, and a complimentary helicopter ride to the luxurious Kota's 1920 camp for lunch on the 14th of Feb. And if that's not enough, the couple will also do a romantic bush dinner, bush breakfast, spa treatment, air balloon, safari ride over the Maasai Mara, and a complimentary tot of the Macallan M single malt Scotch whiskey. Fancy. A bottle goes for between 640,000 to 750,000. Okay. Wow, that's that. There will also be a private professional photographer during the entire trip. The hotel accommodates up to 24 guests at any given time, and the hotel will make north of 98 million Kenya shillings on Valentine's weekend alone. Okay, now I've the pic. It's beautiful. It's stunning. It really is. I'm not gonna lie. It looks really, really nice.
I'm waiting for the but.
There's no but. I mean, you know, it depends on where you are financially.
Thank you.
Know, to some people, they don't think that that is much. The same way that there's someone who is so surprised and shocked that you're going to, you know, take your bae to like this 5-star hotel, you're going to fly her to Diani. Someone's just like, that is a dream. Like, wangu nilim text to poem, nilikuwa na kariri shairi. I'm like, wow, you know, you come up with all these things. So if someone can afford it, it doesn't seem much. It doesn't seem as much.
It's not really even a matter of someone can afford it. You know, there are people who have money and there are people who use money. So we have money. We work for money. So we have money. So there are people who just use money. The money is there to be used. Hawafikiri. Hawafikiri. I want this experience. Oh, that's how much it costs. They find out about it later. The people who have never worked with ATM cards or ATM cards in their pockets, debit cards or credit cards, because there's somebody to help them do that for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's lanes and experiences. There are people whose experiences, they believe in the value of the experience more than the cost of the experience itself.
Can I ask a controversial question?
Right.
Is the experience value for money?
Oh, yes.
4 million for, you know, air transfers, hot air balloon, a shot of Macallan. Does that sound like value for money?
Value for whose money? Value for whose money?
No, value for money.
There's
value for your money, and there is value for the money of the person who will pay for this, because you're clearly saying you'll not pay for it.
No,
there is value for your money. And you see, it's also on what value you give to money. What value do you give to
like
money?
A rich man.
Oh yes. What value do you give to money?
Mato.
Kuna mtu pesa hivi kidogo ka 1,000. Okay, kama mimi vile nilipoteza 25,000 nikalia Nairobi mzima that nilipoteza pesa. Mimi sitajua hiyo class. Lakini kuna watu wana deposit 10 million wananunua IFB bonds. Hiyo ni pesa wanangojea tu iwafanyie kazi. So wow, every 6 months kuna kachaki kingine ka 13% kanaingia tu polepole. Hakuna kitu kingine anafanya. Anangojea serikali imlipe. Wewe ukingojea serikali ikusaidie, yeye anangojea serikali imlipe. Yes. Yeye haombi serikali, yeye anaangalia tu account yake. Serikali umefanyia kitu.
Anasaidia serikali, anasaidia.
Huyo mtu he experience.
The reason I ask that is because the people I tend to know with money are very careful about how they use the money, right? I don't think I've interacted with enough people who just you know, people with money tend to be very tight about it. They're like, every penny I must know where it goes. They're stingy about the tiniest of things. They're trying to get a deal on the smallest of margins, right? So I don't know where these people who are just like, experience are. I don't know.
Again, a teachable moment to Mato and myself. Then we don't know. We don't have people like this in our circles. Because
why have I been included there?
Pinches pennies and would never spend $40,000 on a weekend just to, you know, a helicopter. All that stuff is all well and good. But to Jaffi. But here's the thing. For them to offer this, there's market.
There is market. That's true.
They are not just coming up with these figures like out of the top of their heads. And this is something that has happened and will happen. And probably it's going to be oversubscribed. That's the truth.
It is.
It's just like, if I can mention this infrastructure bond that Mato is saying, there are guys who paid the minimum, which is 100,000. There are guys who went and deposited 100 million. same infrastructure bond, and it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. That is true. No, but Mariam does have a point. I remember this one time with the late Dr. Chris Kirubi. We went somewhere for breakfast. We were a few of us. And then when the bill came, and it was just breakfast, so we had like, you know, people had coffee or tea. And he looks at the bill and he's like, tea for 250 or 350. I don't remember how much it was. And I remember being so shocked. Because I'm like, you're the billionaire on the table. How can you complain?
Okay.
And like, he called the manager and he said, this is so expensive. You have to give us a better deal. Like, we're 6 of us. Like, this is a lot of money. Like, it doesn't make sense. Milk is this much and tea is that much. And like, this is your steal.
Yeah.
I don't know what. And I remember just being shocked. And at the end of it, we got a deal. And then he removes a wad of cash. And then he paid for it. Meanwhile, me and you, who earned a G all week long.
We pay the bill.
We are like, nataka nyama kilo 7, nataka kuku 3, nataka na unilete plantain. Alafu pia nataka chai na thermos. What?
Now you see how they stay rich.
That's how they stay rich. It's true. That's how they stay rich. And also, he used to come to work on Christmas Day, on whatever day. Like, he used to be at the office all the time.
Right.
Meanwhile, me and you, we cannot wait for that leave. So I do
5
agree
or
with
1?
what she said. Yes, 5. In fact, 5 inakupatanga huko chini.
You see, if
We
it's a
shut up.
4-day
We have to take a
holiday,
quick
you're
break.
trying to extend
You
to the other 2 days, so it's a 6-day holiday.
You can barely afford it as it is. You are deep in debt. Life is crazy, but it's true. The rich are they save a lot and they are misers. That's true. The hashtag is TTTT. We have to take a quick break.